All right, a little backstory if I can. I don't know, at the end of 2019, I got the coronavirus, and it sapped my energy. And so I gained like 50 pounds after that. And so after averaging 1,600 days, because I was in full lockdown last August, this August, I'm averaging like 7,500 steps a day, which is like 2 or 3 miles. Anywho, so tonight I was trying to, I'm trying to get back in shape. And so as I'm walking, you got Jupiter, a full moon almost, and then Saturn up here. And so I'm walking forward, and I just hear a loud boom ring out like a gunshot, like 100 yards away. And so I changed direction because I was headed towards wherever the gunshot was, and then headed back to my apartment. And so, yeah, the energy is super freaking crazy. I've been warning for months about how the energy leading up from the 20th to the 27th and 28th, it'll just be increasing in disasters and people freaking out and wildfires and floods and the coronavirus and people arguing and strife and discord. So I didn't flinch at the gunshot. And the other day, lightning struck right over me and I didn't flinch. And so I've been saying, hey man, the rain totals on Hurricane Henri seem to be way underdone. And that prediction hit the bullseye. Bullseye? Is that a thing? Because New York just had, lower side of Manhattan, had 6 inches in like 2 hours, which broke for the record for most rainfall in 2 hours or some shit like that. And then Tennessee just got sucker punched with 17 inches of rain today. Likely broke the 24-hour rainfall record, state of Tennessee. And then Phil Valentine, a big-time Tennessee conservative radio talk show host, died of COVID. He mocked COVID forever, and then he got it and was like, hey, take it seriously. Get the vaccine. And then he died. And so I've been talking about the Pluto-Eris thing. Like, Eris is strife and discord, and then Pluto is like death and cryptocurrency. So I'm not mocking anyone. I'm not making light of death. As someone who's purple, I'm trying to convince both the blue and the red to take the plague very seriously, and I've been doing that for like a year and 8 months. But I'm saying some of the guys who publicly had podcasts or shows who mocked or told everybody not to get the vaccine have died. And we still don't even know why or how Trump's brother died last August. I'm just telling everybody, play defense, be smart, make good decisions, and whether you get vaccinated or not, you want to avoid this virus, man. And as mentioned, I'm not in the mood to argue with anybody about anything. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Don't get mad at me about us having different opinions. Until at least the 28th of this month. Let's just say, let's go for September. We're all on full red alert until September. Like, if you haven't seen the evidence, that the lead up to this is going to be the 27th. So it's just going to keep getting freaking crazier. I recommend if you want to survive, do everything you can to just be smart, stay cool, and thank God and your lucky stars, man. And so Trump had a rally tonight in Mississippi. I think it rained. Anyway, he talked about how he got the vaccine, and he told everybody to get the vaccine. And it's so weird how no conservative, whether it's Trump or anybody, is allowed to stand up and be like, you know what? I took the vaccine. I would recommend taking the vaccine. Like, it's weird how the red hats have forbidden any red hat to be like, yeah, if you look at the data, the vaccine seems to really help, man. None of the side effects they said were going to show up, like aliens popping out of your belly button or them mind controlling your mind. The only side effect I got from my double Moderna shot was an increased in libido. I was like, I want to make out and fool around much more than I did before, and I wanted to a lot before that. So these are crazy fucking times, man. And so I'm not picking on everybody. Anybody's allowed to have their own belief system, but like the guys who told you we're going to a mini ice age. Well, that doesn't appear so. Well, we're going to some grand solar minimum. Well, that doesn't appear so either. There are only like 50 sunspots during the Maunder minimum over like 50 years. It's like one a year. We've had like 24 sunspots in 1 year, or in one solar cycle so far. That's just barely started. And it looks like the theory of a very strong solar cycle coming our way is about to happen, which is good news because civilizations rise under stronger solar cycles, solar maximums, and then they fall apart during solar minimums. And so, like, the plague broke out during the solar minimum, and just everybody lost their mind during the solar minimum. So we need the sun to be as strong as possible with all that good light and good cosmic rays and boosting our shields up, man. Because it's definitely like a weird spiritual, energetic, dimensional war that seemed to have started long before any of us were born. And I still have faith in I'm a total optimist. I'm a Norse Christian Jedi. And I believe that God is great and people can be pretty good too. The Pluto and Eris energy has just been kicking our asses, curb stomping us for a couple years now, man. I don't know, I might go live later. I have a beer. I'm going to take a sip of my energy drink now. These are crazy days, man. And I've been doing this 8 years. I've been your planetary defense commander for 7.5 years. I've done a pretty good job, and I give out some pretty good information. I don't know, it was like somebody was telling me that like the Illuminati are boosting this hurricane, trying to make it strong. It's like, no, dude, I think the atmospheric defense team has been trying to kick this thing's ass, but it's still a giant storm that is coming our way. If you can see, it's lopsided, but it's definitely going to cause a lot of rain and do a lot of damage. And so the next 24 hours are going to be pretty rough for this area. And I've been talking about how the rain totals, they've been totally underdoing this. Anyway, well, I'll be here to do what I do. But yeah, Scott McIntosh, a solar scientist, to come up with a theory about the Terminator where the sun crosses the line. And when these things happen, you get a very strong solar cycle. I didn't explain that very well. But the equator is really thinning out fast in the sun now. And so looking only at 2021 at 180 of the sun by longitude has transitioned, looking at a massive equatorial drop in late July that is about to repeat. Remember, the sun was super duper active in July. We had I think it was 6 sunspots at once. And it was popping off flares. We had our first X-class flare, while the other 80 degrees is decaying fast. And so the sun may be able to kick it into high gear soon. So I think that's good news. I don't know, but there's just a lot happening. And definitely expect the second half of the whole year to just be wilder than any second half of the year we've ever had before. And I've been staying in a good mood just because, like tonight, I'm glad I didn't get shot and bleed out on a pavement somewhere. I'm glad I got to come home to cigarettes. And I got beers in the fridge if I want them and go live and talk to y'all. Maybe I will. But I'm in a weird mood. It's full moon. Everybody gets extra crazy around the full moons. That is for sure. Yes, monotony or monotony is totally correct. Blue moon tonight. She believes correctly. I mean, I don't know why I should assume that's a she or whatever. Anthony Macelio, Astro Fight Club All-Star. It's going to be a long night. And I'm here with y'all. It's what I do, man. And I appreciate y'all. I can't express just the fact that you guys have taken care of me and allowed me to just make videos. And I get to make videos about whatever I want, whenever I want. Like I'm making this video about Cookie Doom. Hopefully you guys like it. I don't know, is it people ready for funny shit yet? The whole Oreo, I don't know, Oreo pulled some evil shit. That's all I'll say right now. Yeah, like Space River News says, so much happening. Buzzing from the energy, just floating. Edward McGregor, talking about good Lord, Twitter is all doom and gloom tonight. And I just keep thinking, yo, dude, I didn't flinch at the gunshot. I didn't flinch at lightning crashing over me. I'm definitely in planetary defense commander mode. I'm so cool and funny. I really am shocked the fact that I don't have a girlfriend or even like someone to like sit in my lap during these crazy moments like this, ma'am. I'm not talking to you, Nick. I don't know who the frick I'm talking to, man. Yeah, there's so much happening right now. So I recommend everybody stay cool. Like, as a Christian, that like my Jesus is super cool. It stays cool. I mean, everybody's Jesus is different. And so yeah, the next 5 or 6 months are going to be nuts, and you're going to be tested mentally, physically, spiritually on every level. But I do still think the plague will go away in 2022, and 2022 will be better. Alan Nosov. Major flooding shutting down several subway lines, including the 1, the 2, and the 3 in New York City. That sounds like a beginning of a Broadway act. Tree branch down in Brooklyn on the Q line. The Q line. We're talking Prospect Park to Kings. Shit, Jesus Christ saved me every time. And I wouldn't mind if the sun saves our ass a couple times over the next few months or years. And I also love Jupiter and Saturn and all the planets and stars, man. Lands are telling everybody, hey, it's rain o'clock in New York right now. And that's true. You know, people spend a lot of the week bagging on the Afghanistan situation, which has been a super clusterfuck snap boo bar thing for 20 fucking years, man. Anyway, Valerie Insignia. Absolute incredible story. And the Air Force, no matter what, the Air Force people have done an incredible job trying to get people out. The Air Force has done an incredible job during the pandemic. So has National Guard. So has Army. So have police. You know, people have been losing their minds during the pandemic. It's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, and Bitcoin skyrocketing during all the catastrophes and plague and people trying to sell you some off-world Martian robot currency. And they're trying to get you to hate your government and hate the dollar. Somehow, that crypto will be your new Jesus. No way, dude. No way. So yeah, we've now seen the rainiest hour in New York City history during this 20th through 27th period. And I'm just saying, everybody buckle up. But amazing miracles are also possible during this time. But I tend to get really optimistic and stay really optimistic. And I warned y'all, I don't know, for the rest of the year, I'm going to do what I can to have fun, stay optimistic, and believe that we will make it to better days. Find yourself in hell, keep going. Kelly Dobeck, great shot. Boom. And it's full moon energy, too. And the tides are high. I want to get high later. Legalize marijuana. Nationally, federally, in Texas solely, man. And ladies, you guys are super powerful, so please set the tone. Be cool, be kind. You guys set the tone. Okay, great. What good is Bitcoin if the whole world falls apart? And I know they told everybody, like, hey, if you get the vaccine, you can't get the virus anymore. Well, we found out that's not true. The vaccine does seem to help against hospitalization and death, but you can still get sick and still get hospitalized and still die from it. So that's why I'm just trying to avoid it in general. Jesse Jackson, 79, and his wife, Jacqueline, have been hospitalized after testing positive for COVID-19. I don't know, but I would probably take the risk of getting COVID for the right woman. Was that the dumbest thing I ever said? No, definitely not, because it's true. Only Flans will not be changing its content policies. All Flans, all the time. Man, don't fuck a Flan up, though. You don't want it too eggy. Yeah, Trump's talking about you got the vaccine. He recommends people get the vaccine. It's just weird that, like I said, the red hats won't let anybody be like, hey, the data suggests it really helps. No, I would suggest Moderna. The wildfires out west are super bad, and across the world are super bad, but they're not getting much attention because people have wildfire fatigue, I guess. And there are a bunch of signs that say we may get another hurricane in less than a week, somewhere up in the Gulf or somewhere back up the East Coast. But the Gulf right now is definitely looking like uh-oh. So yeah, play defense, stay cool. I don't have to make this video last forever. I can do multiple videos, I guess. Blue moon, I saw you standing alone. Dang, SMG, you so powerful. With great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, so everybody in New York and this whole area, the Northeast, I would definitely pay attention over the next 24 hours. And be sure to have a friend on the second or third floor. Shit exploded today in Minnesota. Shit exploded today in Texas, Houston. Hey, Jupiter's trending. That's crazy. I guess I'll go see Jupiter. I'll go to the ocean tomorrow night. Anybody want to go with me? Caldor fire straight up burning shit. 100 structures plus. And man, ever since that grand conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, they've been firing rockets and putting up satellites like crazy, like we've never seen before. And they barely even talk about it. Damn it, Gomez. Thanks again to the Army and the National Guard and all the firefighters, first responders, and cool people out there. Yeah, heads up. We got more hurricanes coming. You know, like I've been warning about how hurricanes would peak, and then you get a peak of the like coronavirus, and then you get wildfire peaks. Like this whole next week or two is going to be wild. You know, And hopefully it'll slow down and then it'll get crazy again in October. Okay. Stay cool, and I'll talk to y'all soon. God bless everyone.